On July 14, 2026, a judge in Blount County, Alabama, sentenced 57-year-old Johnny Chandler to life in prison. Chandler had kidnapped a 10-year-old girl from outside her family's home and committed serious crimes against her. Then he hid her inside a concealed space built into the wall of his basement. When law enforcement first searched his house, they didn't find her. Chandler had told the child to hide inside that wall. It took a second search under a warrant to discover the space. It was hidden behind a portable heater. Inside, investigators found bedding and a stuffed animal. The girl had been missing for nearly 2 days. She was found alive. But the investigation into Johnny Chandler was far from over, because while building the case against him, detectives uncovered evidence linking him to additional crimes against other children, charges that remain pending to this day. The victim was a 10-year-old girl living in Blountsville, a small town in Blount County, about an hour north of Birmingham, Alabama. She lived with her family, including her stepfather, and according to District Attorney Pamela Casey, Johnny Chandler had positioned himself as a trusted figure in the household. Casey told reporters that the family described Chandler as being very much like a grandfather to them. That relationship gave him direct access to the child. Investigators later determined he had been grooming the girl over a period of time. He bought her gifts, including a cell phone. That cell phone would later become a critical piece of evidence in the investigation. In the early morning hours of March 10, 2024, the girl's family reported her missing. A coordinated search was launched involving local police, state law enforcement, and federal agencies. Investigators tracked the cell phone Chandler had given the girl. It pinged at a residence associated with him in the Smoke Rise area of Blount County. Deputies responded to the home. But during that initial search, the child was not found. According to trial testimony, Chandler had instructed the girl to hide inside a concealed hole built into the stairwell wall of his basement. The space was blocked from view by a portable heater. Officers did not detect it during the first search. Authorities then obtained and executed a search warrant. This time, they found it. Inside the hidden space were bedding materials and a child's stuffed animal. The girl was ultimately located safe at approximately 1:35 a.m. on Tuesday, March the 12th, 2024, at a residence in the nearby town of Warrior. She had been missing for nearly 2 days. Chandler was taken into custody that same morning. Now think about that for a second. When investigators found that concealed space in the wall with bedding already laid out and a stuffed animal inside, what does that tell you about how long this hiding spot had been prepared? That detail was one of the reasons District Attorney Casey later described the level of planning in this case as difficult to comprehend. After his arrest on March 12, 2024, Chandler was booked into the Blount County Correctional Facility at 6:04 a.m. Blountsville Police Chief Shane Best confirmed the arrest publicly. According to testimony presented at trial, Chandler confessed. He admitted to taking the child from outside her family's home in the early morning hours of March 10th. He admitted to bringing her to his residence, and he admitted to the crimes he committed against her there. The prosecution's case rested on several key pillars of evidence. First, Chandler's own confession. Second, forensic evidence. DNA testing confirmed that Chandler's DNA was found on the victim's clothing. Third, the physical evidence recovered from the concealed space inside his home. The bedding and the stuffed animal, which prosecutors argued demonstrated planning and concealment. Fourth, cell phone evidence. The phone Chandler had given the girl as a gift was the device that pinged at his location, leading investigators directly to his door. And finally, the victim herself testified at trial. She told the jury that she knew Chandler through her stepfather and that he had bought her the cell phone and other items over time. The prosecution also presented evidence of grooming behavior, a pattern of gift-giving and relationship-building designed to gain the child's trust. Johnny Chandler was initially charged on March 12, 2024. On August 29, 2024, he entered a not guilty plea in Blount County Court. According to District Attorney Casey, Chandler was offered a plea deal that would have resulted in a life sentence. He refused it. The case went to trial. Jury selection began on April 7, 2026, more than 2 years after the crime. The trial lasted 4 days. On April 9, 2026, the jury found Chandler guilty on all 6 counts. Those counts included first-degree kidnapping, multiple felony charges involving crimes against a child under 12, unlawful imprisonment, and obstructing governmental operations. On July 14, 2026, the judge handed down the sentence. 2 life terms, 2 consecutive 20-year sentences stacked on top, 1 year for unlawful imprisonment, and 364 days for obstruction. The judge ordered the 2 life sentences and the lesser charges to run concurrently, but the 2 20-year terms were ordered to run consecutively, meaning they stack on top of the life sentences. District Attorney Casey stated that Chandler should never have access to children again. She also noted that while Alabama recently passed a law allowing the most severe penalties in certain cases involving crimes against children, Chandler was not eligible because the law was not in effect at the time of his offenses. Casey said at sentencing, quote, "It is my desire that he die in prison. Now here is the part of this case that remains unresolved. During the investigation, detectives uncovered evidence allegedly linking Chandler to trafficking and distribution of illegal material involving minors. Those additional charges have not yet gone to trial. District Attorney Casey confirmed publicly that these charges involve other children. The details, including who the victims are, how many there may be, and the nature of the evidence, have not been made public. Whether those cases will result in additional convictions is an open question that the courts have yet to answer. What do you think investigators will uncover as those additional cases move forward? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. The man who took her, 57-year-old Johnny Chandler, confessed. He was convicted on all charges after a 4-day trial, and on July 14, 2026, he was sentenced to life in prison. He still faces additional charges related to other alleged victims. If this case is new to you, share this video with someone who follows true crime. And if you're not subscribed yet, now is the time. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new documentary from this channel. A man built a hiding spot inside his own wall, complete with bedding and a child's stuffed animal.